story is called The Lame Dad Chronicles, The 12 Cringes of Christmas.
It was Christmas morning, and the Turner house was buzzing with excitement. Ellie and Jake had been awake since dawn, whispering in their rooms and eagerly waiting for the official green light to run downstairs. "Can we go now?" Jake whispered, pressing his ear to the wall. "I don't know," Ellie replied. "Last year, Dad made us sing carols before we opened anything. What if he has something even worse planned this time?" The hallway creaked, and the door burst open. There stood Dad, wearing a full Santa suit that was at least 2 sizes too small, complete with a fake beard that was already slipping off his face. "Ho, ho, ho!" Dad bellowed, his voice cracking. "Merry Christmas, Turner family! Time to start the most magical day of the year." "Ugh," Jake groaned. "I knew it." "Oh," Ellie sighed. "What now, Dad?" "Oh, just wait," Dad said, clapping his hands. "This year, I've planned the most spectacular, holly jolly, once-in-a-lifetime Christmas morning extravaganza." "Can we at least open presents first?" Jake asked. "Not yet," Dad said, wagging a finger. "Christmas isn't just about presents, my boy. It's about family, tradition, and most importantly," he paused dramatically, "festive fun." "Great," Ellie muttered. Phase 1, the Christmas warm-up. Dad marched the kids into the living room, where the tree sparkled with lights and presents spilled out beneath it. For a brief moment, Ellie and Jake's eyes lit up with excitement. Then Dad pulled out a clipboard. "What's that?" Ellie asked. "It's the Christmas Turner morning itinerary," Dad said, grinning from ear to ear. "We've got a whole schedule of festive activities before we dive into the gifts." "Schedule?" Jake asked, horrified. "That's right," Dad said, flipping the page. "First up, the 12 Days of Christmas Relay." Ellie raised an eyebrow. "What is that?" "Oh, you'll see," Dad said, already dragging a giant cardboard box into the room. The 12 Days of Christmas Relay turned out to be exactly what it sounded like. Dad had created a series of stations around the house, each representing one of the gifts from the song. "Okay, team," Dad said, tying a scarf around his head like a sweatband. "First stop, the Partridge in the Pear Tree Challenge." "What are we supposed to do?" Jake asked. Dad held up a plastic partridge ornament and pointed to a small fake tree. "You have to balance this bird on the tree while hopping on one foot. Go!" Jake sighed, but gave it a try, wobbling dramatically. To his surprise, Ellie started laughing. "You look ridiculous," she said, pointing. "Your turn, then," Jake shot back, handing her the bird. By the time they reached the 10 Lords a Leaping station, where Dad made them jump over couch cushions while humming Christmas carols, both Ellie and Jake were laughing uncontrollably. "This is so dumb," Ellie said between giggles, "but also kind of fun," Jake admitted. Dad stood back, beaming. "See, I told you, the Turner Christmas morning extravaganza would be unforgettable." Phase 2, Pancake Pandemonium. After the relay, Dad announced it was time for breakfast. "Get ready for the world's most festive pancakes," he said, tying an apron around his Santa suit. Ellie and Jake exchanged wary looks. Dad turned the kitchen into a chaotic whirlwind of batter, sprinkles, and food coloring. By the time he was done, the pancakes were green and red, slathered in whipped cream, and tossed with candy canes. "They're, unique," Ellie said, poking hers with a fork. Jake hesitated, then took a bite. "Huh, not bad." "Not bad," Dad exclaimed. "They're Christmas magic on a plate." "More like a sugar bomb," Mom said, finally emerging from her room in her bathrobe. She grabbed a coffee and surveyed the chaos with a mix of amusement and exasperation. "How's the extravaganza going?" "Amazing," Dad said, flipping another pancake. "The kids are having the times of their lives." Ellie snorted. "Sure, Dad." "Hey, I saw you laughing during the relay," Dad said, pointing a spatula at her. She rolled her eyes but smiled. Maybe a little. Phase 3, the Great Gift Opening. Finally, the moment arrived. The kids sat in front of the tree, their eyes sparkling with excitement. "Now, before we begin," Dad said, holding up a hand, "we need to establish the rules." "Rules?" Jake groaned. "Yes," Dad said. "Rule 1, no tearing the wrapping paper. It must be removed carefully and folded for reuse." Ellie rolled her eyes. "That is so lame." "Rule 2, Dad continued. You must guess what's inside before opening each gift." "Seriously?" Jake asked. "It's tradition," Dad said. Despite their grumbling, the kids played along. Jake guessed socks for almost every gift, while Ellie made increasingly wild guesses like a live ferret or a spaceship. When Jake opened a box of socks, everyone burst out laughing, even Dad. "Told you," Jake said triumphantly. The heartfelt ending. As the last gift was unwrapped and the room was filled with torn paper and laughter, the Turner family sat together, surrounded by their loot. Dad leaned back, his Santa hat askew. "Well, kids, was this not the best Christmas morning ever?" Ellie and Jake exchanged a glance. "You're so cringe, Dad," Ellie said. "Yeah," Jake added, smirking, "but it was really fun." Dad's face lit up. "Really?" Ellie nodded. "I mean, the relay was kind of awesome, and the pancakes weren't terrible." Jake grinned. "Even your weird gift rules were kind of funny." Mom smiled, wrapping an arm around Dad's shoulders. "See? They might think you're cringe, but they secretly love it." Ellie and Jake groaned. "Don't push it." Dad grinned. "Best Christmas ever." "Dad!" Ellie and Jake said in unison, but this time they were laughing. And so, the Turner family's Christmas morning became a mix of cringe, chaos, and heartfelt memories, just the way Dad liked it. The end.